Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm Will, and I'm joined by my co-host over here, the Grease. Say hello, Grease.
Man, I'm pumped up to be with you, Will.
Are you?
Yeah, because we took a break last week.
Memorial Day
weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that I missed you in that moment, but it wasn't until after that week that I was like, I kind of miss Will a little bit.
Yeah. I got judged by my 5.5-year-old daughter on the way out the door tonight.
What'd you say?
Well, I was
What'd
coming
she
over
say?
here. She goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "To Mr. Matt's. I got to go record a podcast." "You wearing that?" "Yeah."
She said
I
that?
am. Yeah. She goes, "Thought you'd be wearing a podcast shirt, Dad." Well, this is a different one.
Yeah,
And she goes,
It's a sub-brand.
"Okay."
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the whiskey hat on,
That's
though.
not okay, daughter.
I've got the Metallica podcast hat on right now.
Yeah, you do.
It's one of my faves.
So we're gonna drink through some things tonight because buddy Chris over at Fourgate,
Chris Latigue.
I think it's Luddig.
Well,
is how
I
you
like to say it
wrong.
how I want to say it.
Let's check.
By the way, if you're watching this right now, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. That helps us out a lot. Thank you.
He sent us 4 samples, and we've got the Kelvin Collaboration 5, which is the newest
Recently
one.
came out.
Yeah, batch 28 of the batched series of Fourgate. And then we have the Majestic Wood series. We have 2 of these. One is Brazilian Amburana oak, and the other is Japanese Manzanara oak. So
Dude, those are fancy oaks.
yeah, the Japanese Manzanara there's only 1,600 bottles of it, 117.4 proof, and the Brazilian Amburana is only 2,070 bottles and 115 proof, and those are $250 bottles. And then
Well,
Kelvin
we've got
Collection's
some
$199.
samples today, and we'll tell you.
I know.
We'll tell you how we feel about
the
it.
Kelvin Collab 5 is $200 at 117 proof. I feel like we should start with the Kelvin
Yeah.
because the others with the finish may
Oh, right.
it may mess
Yeah,
with
let's
it a
keep
little
it.
bit.
Let's keep it standard.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pour this up. This is the Kelvin Collection 5. It's released each year shortly before the
Some
Kentucky Derby.
washing machine bubbles on this.
This is a 7-year bourbon, 74% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley.
Ooh.
An 8-year of the same mash bill, a 9-year with a mash bill of 78% corn, 10% rye, and 12% malted barley. And then it was finished in an Australian Mariposa sherry
Why does it have to be Australian?
and Añejo dark rum casks. So it's a sherry and rum finished blend of 7, 8, and 9-year. A bourbon.
What is? Which one?
This is the Kelvin.
The Kelvin?
Yeah.
Fourgate's getting fancy.
4,800 bottles, 117 proof, SRP $199.
Well, you know Kim Schwartz is going to get it.
She probably already has 2 of them.
She probably already.
Hey, I got to hang out with them on Saturday
What?
on Zoom.
Oh, yes. I did.
What? You were kind of there and not there.
I was kind of there
The
and
most
not there.
Typical Grease response.
Y'all went through all 10 recipes of Four Roses plus the LE.
From last year, yeah,
Yeah,
2022.
Kim put it on for a bunch of people and super generous and offered it all up to everybody. And it was just a couple of hours of fun chatting.
Yeah, we did it blind and then revealed at the end. We actually did kind of the golf score like we do for barn night, actual barn night ranking.
Yep.
And there was, probably 15 people in there.
Yeah.
And we went through the whole ranking and somebody tallied it up. I believe his name was Joe. Thank you, Joe, if you're watching, for tallying that up. But I want to pull up the receipts. I'm going to pull up what
Which one won?
So my favorite was sample number 8, and my second favorite was sample number 9, and that was flipped for the results. Barrel number 9 was the favorite of the majority favorite.
You picked the top 2 out of 11?
Yeah.
Did you pick the LE?
No, the LE was far down my list.
Really?
Yes.
Chris Perpokiak texted me and was like, I guess the LE.
So my favorite was an 11-year, 5-month OESF 105 proof. And
Whoa,
picked by Brent Elliott.
That's a low proof, high age.
Oh, I know. That was really good.
Because they actually, I can't remember what the number is, but it was like 110 or something. Like they do a lower barrel proof entry.
Entry proof? Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Yeah. Just don't know.
Then the winner, but my second choice was a 10-year, 5-month, so a year younger, 121.6 proof OBSQ, and that was the bourbon women pick that Kim was a part of.
Oh.
So the barrel she picked actually was everyone's favorite from the group.
Good on you, Kim.
And then I think my third...
Did Mark hang out in there?
Yeah.
Was he okay?
There. What do you mean?
Was he all right?
He's doing pretty good.
Their kids were on there. Well, their son.
Yeah, Mark was actually I almost said Mark was in Texas, but of course he was in a different part of Texas.
Oh, he was? I thought I thought they were all spread out in their house.
He was with Jason Calori and
oh, nice.
My Bourbon Journey. It's Scott.
Yeah.
I can't remember his last name. Yeah. Scott. But
they were picking a barrel?
Something like that. Yeah, something to that effect. But yeah, so he was hanging out with them and like removed himself from that situation for a moment to come be a part of the taste through. It was fun. It was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I think my third favorite was an 11-year OESV, if I remember correctly. It was a goody pick, 11-year, 1 month, 114 proof. But it was a really fun experience.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. That's the third time I've tasted through all 10 samples. Yeah. At one time. We did it on the show. Gunderman. Yeah, he sent them to us. We did it on the show, and we did it like a bracket style. That was like year 1.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And then I did a really fun one at Carruthers when it was still Carruthers with Bearded Dram, Cam.
Oh, nice.
Justin.
I did not do that.
I'm trying to think who else was there. Quite a few people. Jake Brinkman was there. It was really fun. And then this one.
Smells lovely.
Oh, yeah.
I whiffed it like 5 minutes ago.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Did you try it?
Oh, yeah, I just took a sip.
Oh.
I avoided, I still don't own a fourgate because we bought one on our bus during the liquor store crawl, Whiskey Weekend Batch 5. And I think it was the Kelvin 4 is the one we picked from the shop.
Yeah.
I put it on us and we passed it around on that bus.
Yeah.
It's not like you didn't do the same thing.
I did.
But that was, I've only had it a few times before then. And it was from Kim Schwartz is actually who poured it for me. And I believe it was here actually at your house for your birthday party. And I had always avoided it. Like, man, that's overpriced. It's just a little hype bottle, you know. No, they're real good. Mm-hmm. They're really, really
good.
They're
really good.
It's one of those, like, can I tell someone to buy $200 bottle? If you got the funds, yeah. If it's not going to hurt you, I'd say probably buy it.
Yeah.
Don't buy it if it's going to set you back in life, but.
I remember when Fourgate first came out, and they were expensive. Yeah. And I didn't really like take the bait.
Yeah, I didn't either. And you typically do take the bait.
I do typically
You're like,
take the bait.
There's a bottle on the shelf for $200. Yeah, I'm going to buy it.
Right. I mean, somebody thinks it's worth that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't
dive into
that. But back in the day, they were like $120. Like some of those offerings. I wonder what the like Kelvin 1, 2, and 3 were.
I bet we can look up on their website because it has SRP of all the batches.
Man, that's cool. Not a lot of websites do that.
Well, I mean, all right, it just has like the release on it. Let's see, Kelvin Batch 1. I bet it's $200. Let's see, SRP
$200,
$199. I think they always have been $200.
Well,
I wasn't going to say anything.
I saw some batch.
You got some fake news going on.
I didn't have fake news. I just didn't recall. I spilled bacon grease all over my pants, and I can smell it.
I can too, but
really,
you're not the only one.
I'm just in my perspiring bacon.
Yeah.
You can for real smell it? I mean, I can.
Yes.
I mean, does it make you want to like
lick your pants? No.
I mean, I was going to say like nibble on my shoulder.
Oh, hey, Grease, I found one that's split stave by Kelvin. Release 4 was only 175.
Oh, okay.
But not 120.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah, okay. So, on the Kelvin 5, what are your thoughts?
Is this $200?
$200.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the other two are.
As far as price point? Or?
No, as far as like, I feel like I would buy this. It's a big boy pour.
If you want a splurge bottle, look in this direction.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Honestly, I think because the SRP, though, you can probably find it.
Right.
Like, fourgates aren't...
Well, one of them is sitting on the shelf at Elixir.
Of the Kelvin 5?
Yeah. Well, no. The 4.
The 4 was. Yeah, that's the thing, is that because of the price point, certain areas, you'll be able to find it, I think, for sure.
Okay. Let's talk about what we're tasting on this thing. Leather, oily, kind of like a rich vanilla.
Yeah, and I think
not
part of
like
that's
normal
coming
vanilla
from the rum cask finish.
Ooh.
So you're getting some of that brown sugar sweetness too that are kind of elevating the traditional bourbon notes. I don't get a ton of the sherry influence, which is fine because sherry influence isn't always my favorite.
Yeah, I'm not a big sherry.
But I think it's enough there that it's almost got a little bit of like potpourri to it. Smell it.
Do you know that potpourri is the first 3 letters are pot?
Potpourri.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, spelling is hard.
I do know.
What do you think?
Coat your mouth. Causes you to salivate like a bunch of orcs are coming in through Helm's Deep. And Legolas is over there and he's like, I can't keep up with this. They're salivating too much.
Yeah.
It does feel like a rush of troops. It feels like a rush of troops.
All right. You want to do the Japanese Manzanara or do you want to do the Brazilian Ambarana?
All right. I'll be Brazil. You be the whatever.
All right, let's go.
One, two,
paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh! Hey! Rock beats Grease's scissors.
Dadgummit. All right, what did you choose though? Which one?
No, you said you'll be Brazilian, I'll be Japanese.
Oh, great. We're gonna Japanese it.
I don't remember if that's actually what you said, but I'm sticking with it.
Okay. Hang on. I don't want it.
How pissed would you be if I just shot this as I like poured myself a little and then
I would be pissed.
Sample?
I'd be like, well, heck yeah, dude. I mean, I don't get to try it, but I would have taken this and shot it.
Man, that would have been a great gimmick.
It would have been.
Let's do it later. Stupid. Hey. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay. This is very completely different whiskey.
Yeah.
It's got a bit, and I don't know if it's because I chugged it.
It's more pungent to me. It's like a little bit more
Hotter.
Yeah, a little bit more alcohol to it.
Yeah.
This is it's 7-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, and then obviously finished. It doesn't say how long it's finished. I know that these oak barrels, the Manzanara, are like very difficult to acquire. So sometimes when their stuff is finished in it, it is a pricier pour, but because the cost of the barrel itself is expensive. But then also,
just kind of like those Ambarana barrels.
Yeah, right. Similar that they're exotic woods. They're not as many in production even. And then I know that distillers will use them several times to try.
I wonder if, because with Ambarana, like you don't start hitting the sweet spot until like second, third, fourth fill in that barrel because
Depends on who you are.
It's so strong.
Well,
on the front end, and it's pulling.
Yeah.
That first batch is just like pulling it out.
a lot of flavor.
It is a lot of flavor, a lot of cinnamon. Do you think that this is kind of the same way? As far as like, do you think this Japanese wood? That's what we're getting. It's very pungent and sharp.
I do know that it says it grows in smaller twisted trunks, so it's harder to produce straight staves. So that's why it's a more rare barrel.
Takes a whole tree to make a barrel. Yeah, probably. Do you think distilleries use Gorilla Glue sometimes?
Well, you got to do what you got to do to make the
stave
whiskey.
stick.
It's very woody.
Yeah.
Like not just like
I can see that. A little bitter,
very
like
wood.
bitter wood.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely different. It's sweet, but has this very heavy wood influence. Like raw wood is what like the flavor I'm thinking, not like dried oak. Like it's a difference, like almost green wood,
yes,
compared to like a 23-year-old something that's oaky and vanilla and charred.
And it could be the fact that we're not well versed in Japanese wood.
I don't know a ton of trees. You got cherry blossoms.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
And Minzanara. Only two.
You said that because you lived in D.C. at one point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could go out on a limb and say that there's like, what's the... Got nothing.
Like cherry blossoms?
No, I said that one already. That one I've got.
Pine.
No.
You don't know pine?
No, I do. I wasn't going to say that they have pine.
Well, you only listed 2 trees.
I know. I was thinking one
You're like, I don't
these
know.
little orange-
I don't know trees.
No,
you only list 2, and I'm like pine. You're like, oh yeah.
No, I said I don't know Japanese trees. That was specifically what I was trying to list.
Oh, cherry blossoms are in Japan. Yeah,
that they were gifted to the United States by Japan.
Yes.
That's why they're in DC.
In DC. Yes.
Yeah, that's why a bonsai,
what a cheap gift.
Japanese maple. I have one of those. Look at that. That's 4. And bonsai, I don't know if counts as a tree. I think it's a style of cultivation.
Yeah. Who gave us the Statue of Liberty?
France.
France. I was going to say France. I didn't want to look stupid.
Well, I'm over here naming trees.
So France could give us the Statue of Liberty, and Japan just sends like some seedlings.
Yeah.
It's like, here you go. Here's our gift.
In the long run, trees are probably better for us.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're running out of oxygen.
Right. You need them.
Oak is running out.
I read a whole... Funny you should say that.
It is.
I read this whole article that it was like a... It was from like a magazine or something called In Habitat. And so it's like... it has to do with like... I think it's like an environmental magazine or something. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing was about bourbon and like sustainability projects at Maker's Mark. And
I read the whole thing. I read the whole thing.
But it shocked me because it said, "Is bourbon booming? But is it about to have its last sip or something?"
Yeah,
stupid headline. It was just like, but it makes a claim that's like, but oaks may be extinct in a generation, but then never backs that claim up, and even asks the people at Maker's Mark, like, well, are you concerned that the trees aren't going to be there? And they're just like, no, we're doing our part and we're doing stuff sustainably. And like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're doing a lot.
They got a lot of stuff going on,
affecting the carbon footprint,
sustaining things,
carbon footprint.
They're
positive.
buying the credits on Southwest every time they go on a business trip. Seriously, you gonna give me that look?
Well, why do you buy credits? You just use your credit card and you get a bunch of them.
You're doing this right now?
Buy credits on Southwest?
Carbon offset?
Oh, thank you. I wouldn't.
You talking about carbon footprint. You said they're doing a lot. And I said, yeah, they're buying the credits on Southwest. And it just went.
It's over. I mean, it wasn't a great.
No, that was a callback from either 1 and or 2 episodes ago. Yeah, that was called Comedy 101.
Yeah. You got to
Solid.
understand, 2 episodes ago, gone. That's why I had to, remember when I used to listen to every episode again so I knew what people were talking about?
I do.
I need to do that again.
Well, I mean, in theory, I thought you were.
Dude, look at that bacon grease right there.
I smell it. Those pants will never be the same.
No.
And you wear those pants every single day.
No, I don't. I have, well, number one, I have 2 of this exact pair.
Jinko jeans.
They're not Jinkos. They're not Jinkos. Okay. What are we tasting on this? We already talked about it, kind of like this greener wood.
Yeah, there's a sweetness to it. It's good. It's definitely good. If I had to spend if I only had $250 to spend, and I was had an option between Kelvin Collab 5 and the Manzanara, I would get the Kelvin Collab 5 and pocket $50. It's a good whiskey, but
that's a great way of putting that. Yes,
it's really good. It's interesting, but I don't know that I'm a buy on it. I'm a bar.
Look,
for sure.
If you're going for fourgate, it's a higher price point. So you got to kind of live in that realm. I'm going to say bar, because if you've got the money, but you're just hesitant about it, just try to get it at a bar. Go to a whiskey bar. Go to a very nice bar, and it's probably, I would assume that you might run across this.
Yeah, it's definitely bar territory. It's
with like
good.
2,000 bottles, though, roughly.
Right.
Not too many
Christopher
restaurants.
Pokiak probably has one. He'll send you.
Right.
He told me.
Right. We talk about Chris a lot because he's a really great guy.
Good dude. Good dude. I already poured up the last one.
I'm a bar.
Finish. Yeah, I'm
100%.
bar as well. Bar. It's good. The Kelvin collab wowed me. This did not wow me.
Floral. The
Almost
floral. The floral
almost
does this in my
aftertaste.
nostrils. Comes out.
It's
It's
almost
like
have an aftertaste of something else herbal.
like herbal essence shampoo.
No. Yeah. It's got some sort of...
Like the stuff that's legal in like 20 states.
Yeah, that one.
Got it.
Think about it.
I don't get that.
Okay, me neither. I was just asking you.
Will is well versed in the taste of you know what.
No, I was just curious.
Man, my brownies taste like this whiskey.
Whenever I get a weird aftertaste, I have to check with you. Be like, hey, is this aftertaste what you tasted? No? All right, okay, I'll keep trying.
Man, this tastes like a micro machine dipped in chocolate.
Micro machine.
Dude, don't
Classic.
you remember those?
Yeah, they were. I had a lot of them.
I had a good bit. Did you have the ones where you put the quarter in the back?
Yeah,
And
they dry.
You pulled them back and it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
golly. Where did that
go? Did you have? Hey, did you ever have micro machines?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I had one that had the American
planes.
flag on it. It was like a blue Cadillac with a American flag and the head of the Statue of Liberty,
I had the
all in a tiny.
I had
car.
the plane that was used in Home Alone with the missile that popped up that he put on the ground
Oh
and
yeah,
they stepped on him.
solid toy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Is this?
No, that's Kelvin Collab. This is Bow Brazilian.
I love that Chris sent us these samples and it's like essentially a cryptic message. It's like
Not gonna lie, it took us
TKCV. Well, I was like TKCV, Calvin,
TK421. Why aren't you at your post?
because of it's 3 letters and then it's V. You don't sit there and be like, that's a Roman
fine.
numeral.
Yeah. Also, this is MWSBAO, and I'm like midwinter night. No. It literally took us a solid 15 minutes to figure out which we were dealing with.
Cease and assist.
So this is the Brazilian Amberana. Amberana is a very popular finishing wood.
Very
Starlight
cinnamon,
has a good
typically.
one. We have that pick from...
Look, if you don't like Aftershock or Fireball, you're probably not going to like Amberana.
Aftershock.
You don't remember Aftershock?
No, I do, but that's what you led with.
Well, yeah, because I've drank it, and it's very cinnamon.
Yeah.
And then you've got Fireball, which is actually way better than Aftershock.
But see, this doesn't taste like artificial cinnamon to me.
Well, I haven't tasted it yet. Typically, Amberana.
No, Amberana doesn't taste like artificial cinnamon to me.
Oh, this is a
like,
candy apple.
To me, it's almost
cinnamon.
like
This is an apple pie with cinnamon.
To me, it's almost like chai.
I get
chai
I can see
latte,
chai.
but without milk.
I want you to smell it though for the apple pie with the cinnamon.
Fried apple pie, not baked. Not baked.
Yeah.
No, you have to be very specific for a process.
Oh man, this smells good. I feel like I'm having dessert.
Gingerbread.
Oh, gingerbread for sure.
Gingerbread chai latte.
Oh,
Christmas in a glass.
Dude.
That's for you, Jason.
Dude, the Christmas in the glass is a really good note too.
Whoa, this is first fill. Oh. Whoa! Hang on for dear life! Wow!
Okay, so
First fill. No, that isn't third or fourth fill. First fill.
First fill. Okay, so
wow, I'm glad we didn't drink that one first. Hang on to your hats, folks. Intensity.
Oh my gosh, though.
It's great.
It is.
It is a ride.
It is gingerbread with the white icing on it.
Oh yeah, like a gingerbread man.
This is the most.
Bite his leg off.
This is the best. I'm sorry, and we picked an Amberana. This is the best.
Do you have
Amberana.
the other Amberana around?
Probably not.
It's unfortunate.
Why are you asking?
You have
me
a whiskey room.
Well,
I was
everything's
going to say we could side by side.
everything's not in here. I'll go get it if you want me to.
I'll go get it. Go get it. I'm gonna go get it. All right, James. You going upstairs?
No.
To get it? Oh, I didn't know.
I need more water.
I was going to ask. Hey, while you're up.
Well, that took 15 minutes for nothing.
Yeah, we're not going to do a side by side.
Because
Kind of upset.
Well,
I know exactly where my bottle is.
that bottle. Oh, it's upstairs. It is upstairs. I could have gotten you a water. I know exactly where it is.
Go fill my glass. Oh, this should be good. This should be real good.
I don't know. I feel like this is it.
Thanks for the water, bud.
I feel like this is it. I'm going to get my old grapefruit knife.
That was mine.
It was yours. It works pretty good.
I'm sure it does. It was also way too close to your penis. Oh, no. You cut through something.
Oh, it's rye 3. Which is great. I'm glad I have it. What's this?
I swear.
Scout.
Oh, okay. Well, that was an adventure that was pointless and a waste of time.
We're going to have to do that speed up thing.
Hopefully you remember to edit that out instead of it just being a solid 7 to 15 minutes of nothing. All right. This was good. I think I'm still a bar on it, though.
You're a bar?
It's an intense flavor. I don't know if it's for everyone.
I am going to say on the uniqueness and the fact that it's the best Amberana I've ever had, I will say that this is a buy. It's $250. I know. That's really stupid for me to say buy. Buy it if you have the funds to get it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying someone that doesn't ever pay over $100 a bottle. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just saying
it's super good.
Yes, it's very unique.
Yeah.
I would say it's one of a kind, and it's very good. I'm going to say buy it.
Oh, man. Trying to think if I want to say something on the podcast. I probably don't. All right. I'm going to drink the Kelvin again.
Am I going to need to cut that out?
No. It had to do with a fight that happened in the podcasters like 5 years ago where someone went on a whole rant about rye, Kentucky Owl rye, and how it was way too expensive and they will never spend over $100. And then they got real upset. We ended up just booting them from the group.
Oh yeah,
and
I wonder how much that guy pays for bottles.
That's literally what I was gonna say. Oh. I was gonna be like, I wonder if he's broken that rule.
He's like, no, man, I got
5 years
I got
later.
promoted at work. Everything got more expensive. Had to.
That's called
Had to.
That's called lifestyle creep, bud. And I hope you didn't fall victim to it like we did.
Lifestyle creek?
Creep. Lifestyle creep.
I don't know that phrase.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. You may not know the phrase lifestyle creep, but you have lived lifestyle creep.
I was
for
wondering
years.
if that was an adjective.
Solid lifestyle creep. Yeah, lifestyle creep is where you get nominal like raises and pay increases along the way, right?
Lifestyle creep.
Yes, but you continually up your lifestyle as well, so there's really no benefit to you of the extra money. Right. So they call it lifestyle creep, where it's like you never are able to like invest that in long-term growth and wealth because it's you eat out more right away. You know, you buy more things like
$800 more a month, baby. Let's go to the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, lifestyle creep. That's
right. I do that.
Right. No, I think your lifestyle just caught up with you. I don't think you let it slowly creep. Fair. You started here and then you just waited for
I was here and then all of a sudden I was pow. And then now it's
I'm not gonna okay. You beating it back down?
Can we just say that was a lot? What is this?
Try that.
Kelvin?
Yeah. Of the three, this is the one you buy.
I love that you gave me this to drink out of.
Well, you still have the Amberana.
It's still the best whiskey.
It's a killer. Yeah.
It's still the best whiskey on the table.
That's why it's hard for me to say. I understand why they're more expensive. They're more expensive barrels to source, limited quality. Wrong edit, limited quantity. Limited quantity.
Limited quality.
And so therefore, yeah, they have to, I'm not actually editing that out. So if you hear me not edit it out, I did that on purpose. I left it in.
Why would
It's called being lazy. Yeah. So
I mean, obviously you didn't mean to say limited quality.
Oh, who's to say? It's called,
we just literally said
it's called a Freudian slip, my friend.
Oh.
I think
thought
that
those were more like
I understand.
Promiscuous.
Not always.
Okay.
It's what your subconscious is really thinking.
Do you like how they use the word promiscuous?
Yeah. I think.
Instead of sexual?
Yeah, but I think sexual actually would have been the more accurate
Really?
term. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the one time.
I tried. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, those are very good, both of them. The Amberana is an experience. It's a ride that you're taking. But I think I agree. Across the board, if I have to say buy one, I say it's the Kelvin. The Kelvin is just a delicious bourbon profile. Really, really good. Elevated by that finish in the sherry cask and the rum cask, but still maintains true to the spirit. If you were to give me the Amberana and blind, I don't know that I would know what I'm drinking. It doesn't taste like a bourbon whiskey. Because
I tell you that it's gingerbread with white icing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It has so much added to it that it detracts from the base spirit. So I mean, this isn't an accurate statement, but it could have been a neutral spirit, you know, and it's so much influence from the wood. I'm getting none of the classic bourbon flavors that's where I'm like, I think it's over finished. I think that's an overpowering aspect to it. It's good. It's a very delicious. It's expensive, but it also kind of tastes like some of the Pappas Pilar on a much less level. But some of the Pappas Pilar rums I've had, I
can't get there with you on the Pappas Pilar because the Pappas Pilar is just pancakes to me. Yeah, maple syrup covered pancakes with butter.
Sure. But that it almost tastes more like a rum of some origin than it does a bourbon, and that's not. If I'm drinking bourbon, that's what I'm
something that's a tinge funky.
It's got a little bit of funk. No, I think the Minzanara had more funk than the Amberana. But I don't know. They're both very good. Both $250. If you're into exotic finishings and things that have a little bit out of the box flavoring, you're going to like it. I like it. I very much like it. But if I'm saying go buy a bourbon,
I'm trying to get another
it's going to
note.
be the Kelvin.
I'm trying to get another note on this, and I can't. It's gingerbread house cookie.
Yeah. A gingerbread man is what you're thinking.
Sure.
You're thinking house, but no one ever eats the gingerbread house. Just for decorations.
Oh, yeah.
They put a lacquer on it.
Yeah, well, because it comes in a daggum box.
Pre-made.
It's not like the cookies are ready.
Right.
They've
gingerbread cookie, but
from last
also,
year.
what was the other thing I said? Then you were like,
gingerbread man?
no, chai latte. Yeah.
The chai is in there. I do agree with you on that. And I'm not a big chai fan.
Yeah.
But this is exactly what you said. This is an experience, and at $250, if you want that experience, I'm telling you, if you've got the funds, this is a really good pickup. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like the Kelvin is like the Oculus, and then this is like the Apple, like VR headset.
They don't call it a VR headset.
Oh, well,
They call it
spatial computing,
spatial computing.
something like that.
Yeah,
Cool. You want to go to 15?
sure.
Let's do it.
Hit the music.
There you go.
Some say we never left.
I don't want to wait for my drop. I keep it to get older. If people get that reference, they like South Park from like 20 years ago.
All right, everybody. Our podcast audio. They don't get this. Will cuts it out. YouTube. Some say we never
I
left.
thought he cut it out.
You did. You thought I was, and I was like, why? It's fun. We've got the Innkeeper's blend today that we're going to do on the 15th. I have had a sip of it.
I have had no sips.
I don't want no swift.
Sips on the moon and get no whips from me. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. I need to shoot this Amberana. And then I'm going to need to pour a gallon of water in here so I don't get any of those notes.
Oh, I have to tell you a really funny story. When we're
I
walking.
have another glass, but nah, screw it.
You know, why would we do things the appropriate way? Hi. Waiting for you to finish.
I'm ready.
And we're back from the 15.
Some say we never left.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you
that
heard
was a good pop.
You know what that means. It's 2XO time, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Innkeeper's Blend, second release from Dixon Dedman, our buddy, our pal, in his new venture. This comes after the Phoenix Blend, which we had and loved and enjoyed and don't have any bottles left because we drink them so fast. This is 104 proof Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. What else do you know about it, Grease?
I know that the next thing coming out is the Gemstone series.
And
those are single barrels.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited about them. Innkeeper's Blend, I actually asked Dixon, and he says that he kind of leans towards the Innkeeper's Blend out of the two with the Phoenix and Innkeeper's
I've heard
Blend.
quite a few people saying that.
Yeah.
Dixon, he's also a moody blender.
He's
such a moody blender.
Yes. I mean, like, what's the best way to describe him?
Moody.
It's
Emotional.
It's like a woman having hot flashes.
He's a menopausal blender.
Yes.
I don't know if you can say that. That's probably going to get somebody in trouble.
Why?
I don't know.
Menopausal's a normal word. It's 2023. We can talk about menopause.
I don't know if we can.
Do guys have something similar?
You do.
Yes. I was just hoping it was normal.
Yeah, it's not.
I was hoping there was a condition that you would tell me.
I'm going to need a different glass.
Oh, is it just Amberana?
100% this glass is tainted.
Yeah. You want to get them?
Yeah.
I've gotten up enough. They're right there on the bottom. You could probably just keep connected.
I am.
Y'all. So, pro tip, if you do buy the fourgate Amberana, I would advise you to have 2 glasses. Because sometimes you just don't want the gingerbread.
I always want the gingerbread. All right. Hey, have you been watching that new FUBAR show?
FUBAR?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm thinking about rebar. I thought you were talking about like metal.
What is that? Some construction show?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
No, it's FUBAR. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's a retiring CIA agent.
I saw previews for this.
Great show.
Really?
It's fun. He's so good in it. It's like classic Arnold. He's funny, but goofy and action hero-y. And it's just like, it's action, but not stressful to me at all.
Okay.
Like, just very a fun watch. I love it. And Fortune Femster's in it. You know who that is? She's a comedian.
Fortune?
Yeah, her name's Fortune.
Like, really? Or is that her stage name?
Pretty sure it's a real name.
Okay. Well,
but I didn't check her birth certificate.
Mom.
So
thanks, Mom.
All right, now let's try round 2. Now that we have new glassware.
Oh, I gotta swirl. Man, I'm so glad. Look at this cloudiness versus this.
First of all, you are aggressive to your glasses. You palm them, you lick them. You are a junkyard
like
dog all the time. I don't want to smudge my glass.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about anything. You're the one that said I don't want to smudge my glass. Like some sort of like English tea party. Don't do it. You like it?
Yeah.
It's not as complex on the nose as Dixon has had in the past. And I think it's because it's just a little younger stock. But what I do love about
I think it's because you just had Amberana.
Oh.
I think it smells great.
No, it smells.
The
that's what I'm saying. It smells
palate
great.
for sure holds up too, even after having Amberana and Manzanara. That flavor is lights out good. $100 again.
There's no young whiskey tasting.
No, that's what I was going to say.
And his stuff is like
2 months
5
old.
years. Like
I heard it was 2 months old.
Like 4 and 5 years old.
I saw 2 months old on one board. One subreddit. It says 2 months old.
See, I can't ever find the subreddits. I just go to Reddit. And I'm like, I don't know where to look. I go on there and like there's all these like r/.
That's a subreddit. That's a subreddit.
Oh, an r/.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like the old retweet because like back in the day when Twitter came out, I'm like, why is everybody saying RT at the front? It didn't even make sense.
There's a this is good nerdiest thing I've ever said, but what you just did reminded me of. Have you ever seen the movie You've Got Mail?
Yes.
Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Classic. There's a scene
AOL
in it where because they're emailing back and forth.
Right.
And she's in that little bookshop she runs, Meg Ryan is. And they're talking about like her email conversation with this guy, and her coworker goes, "Have you guys had cyber sex yet?" And then she goes, "No." Then the old lady comes in and goes, "What are y'all talking about?" And the coworker goes, "Cyber sex." And then the old lady goes, "I tried to have cyber sex once. I kept getting a busy signal." And that's what that just reminded me of when you go, "I can't find the subreddits. I just go to the Reddit."
Yeah. Hey, pick up. I'm trying to have cyber sex.
That's phone sex.
Richard, pick up.
Yeah, that's phone. That's a phone.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
I was trying to pretend like for old people, that's the way they used to do it.
I almost did a spit take.
Like, right?
No. Wrong.
Did you used to call those naughty numbers and just listen to them at night?
No, but I guarantee you did.
You don't have to put your credit card in.
Clearly. You know the deep.
You just call them as, it's very breathy.
It's breathy saying, put your credit card number in.
Yes.
And you're like, man, I
If you want
I
to
can
talk
listen
to me longer. And it's like $1 a minute or something.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder if you can tip. Can you tip them on that?
I don't think those exist anymore.
Charge me $2. Trust me, Will.
The phone lines do?
Everything exists.
No, why would the phone line still exist?
We have phone lines still, Will.
No,
Old
but why
people.
would that? Old people, they still have the internet.
I mean, you always kind of go back for some nostalgia.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. We're going to have to put an E on this episode. It
Is
just
it?
took a dark path.
We haven't said anything.
It just took a dark path. Grease is telling people which numbers to call.
No, I know which one to call, and I can't say it.
Oh man, there's a line in FUBAR, and it says, "That's the show."
I know.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know.
And he says,
I heard rebar.
they're looking at, for some reason, they're looking at guys like cable subscription, and he goes, Cinemax. I knew he was a pervert. And then the guy goes, it's not just like Skinemax, man. It's like, no, it's still a pervert.
I mean, you got to wait till like 11 Eastern.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah. All right. Is that $100 the Innkeeper's Blend?
It's 100% $100.
Worth it?
Even though
Yeah.
we're friends with Dixon. And we would totally tell you if this sucks.
Privately. We'd also tell
Privately.
everyone to buy it because we like him.
Privately.
Including that guy that we kicked out of our group about Kentucky Owl. It's fine. We're not biased.
Overpriced.
We're 100%. We spent
I'm
our
going to go ahead and tell you what's
money
not
on this.
overpriced. Those freaking, like, batch 8, batch 9, batch 2.
Oh yeah, that this 2XO is really good. It's worth $100. Buy.
Yeah, I've had
I think it holds up to the Kelvin.
incredibly worse.
The Kelvin, I think, definitely edges it because it's a little bit more robust. But
This was $100. Now, you do have this, okay? You've
for
got
those of you listening, he's pulling out his Derringer and waving it around again.
this is the greatest bottle topper
The
of all
cork
time.
looks so stubby and phallic. I can't get over it.
I love the word phallic.
I know you do. This has been an off the rails episode.
You know what? It's been fun.
I'm fine with it.
It's been fun.
Pour me a little bit more of that
it's
2XO.
It's lighthearted off the rails. You want some more in?
Just a touch. The Innkeeper's Blend, it reminds me of the good old days at the Beaumont.
Oh, man.
Where we drink a little bit too much whiskey on the front porch and enjoy a cigar.
And cigarettes.
Oh, so this is
And cloves.
The best was my I showed my daughter and son this movie that Kreese and I were in that we made. Is called As Dreamers Do. It's a biopic about early life of Walt Disney. So like basically his entire life until he's a success. It's a very upper story. It's a bunch of bankruptcies and failures.
Yeah,
and
but, I mean, it ends well.
It ends with hope.
Yeah.
It's a story of hope and what can be. Anyhow, it's fun. Grease and I are both in it as well, and as well as having production roles as well. Like I'm a producer of it. Grease was director of photography.
Ish. I wasn't there a lot. But
you were credited for other reasons.
Yeah,
But so we
editing
made this,
a little bit.
we made this movie, very independent film, but it was fun to make. And so I was showing my kids, like, look, your dad's in a movie, of which then my daughter went and told everyone in the neighborhood, of which I'm like, that's something I didn't really want to have to.
Yeah.
So, but they
The
love
Germany version. Great.
There's a scene where Grease is in the military or the ambulance brigade during World War I, and it's very greasy, and
I pop up out of the back of a paddy wagon.
Yeah,
And I got
not a paddy wagon. Paddy wagon's a jail car.
Oh yeah, what
police
is that?
car. You were in an ambulance. You call it a meat wagon because you haul like bodies around.
Oh, okay, meat wagon.
Yeah. Anyhow, he pops up and is just pounding cigarettes
Like without the filter. I ripped the filter
to make it
off.
look more authentic.
Totally. You
And
got to.
it was the best day of his life because he
hurt at first.
kept going. He's like, "Hey, let's do this scene again."
Oh
He's
yeah,
just
I'll run it back.
He's just ripping him over on the side. He's a method actor, if nothing else.
100%.
And
I was super into it.
So I'm showing it to my kids and never really thought about it. And I'm like, oh man, someone they know is
Smoking.
is ripping some heaters.
Yes.
And very good at it as well. It doesn't look like he's acting.
Olin struggled.
Oh yeah, we almost offed that man. And he had fake cigarettes too. They were just like,
Oh, he did.
which may be worse for you. Who's to say? Anyhow, my daughter is watching it for like the third time. She only really wants to see. She goes, "Can I watch the whole thing?" And I said, "Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna like the beginning. It's a little slow. Like it's a lot of story." And she's like, "No, I'll like it." And I go, "Okay."
Some kids.
I go, "But it's like an hour in until I appear." And she's like, "No, I really want to watch the whole thing." We watched 5 minutes. She goes, "I wouldn't mind if we skipped to your part." I'm like,
You're a thinker.
"Told you." So we skip, but then she wants to see Mr. Matt always. And then yesterday she goes,
I
Yesterday.
don't know how I feel about you showing your kids me just smoking.
"No,
on
that's
camera.
well." Then I hadn't even thought about it. And then she goes, "Why is Mr. Matt smoking cigarettes?" She said it just like that. And I go, "He's acting. It's from a very long time ago when
They're
people
fake.
did that."
I told my mom they were
I
fake.
go, "People, you told your wife they were fake too." And you, I think on set said, "She don't know I ran by the store."
Well, yeah, because I wanted I wanted lights because I was ripping the filters off.
Right.
You don't want to go.
You didn't have to rip the filters off though.
I did. Dude, I'm
First
a
of all,
method actor.
there is so much lack of continuity in that film that I don't think anyone would have noticed the filters. There's a dadgum iPhone in one of the scenes.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
it's just
sure.
sitting on the bench
of a Model T.
of a Model T.
You gotta have Uber. You gotta have your GPS.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you don't want to.
Anyhow, I just love. I'm like, I didn't really even know that Adeline knew
What
that
smoking
was a
was.
cigarette.
Right.
Like I knew she knows what smoking is.
She's probably seen that old Flintstones.
She's seen people. No, she's just seen people smoking. Like, what are they doing? They're smoking at it. But I didn't know she necessarily knew the word cigarette. And she's like, "Mr. Matt is smoking cigarettes." It's like, yeah, he is.
That's
Not the only time.
I've been told that multiple times.
Yeah.
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 In that way.
Right. Right. All right.
But just so everybody understands, it is very special occasion that I smoke anything. Okay? Just want everybody to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, the way I talk about it, it's
annually.
like Joker Grease, like freaking burning down Marlboro Reds for like all day, every day. That's not true.
You would if you could, but you can't.
If there were no health issues, yeah.
Right.
My buddy Joey, one time after we were smoking a lot in college, he goes, "I wish I had those whiskers back in the back of my throat." Because when you first start smoking, that's what kind of makes you like, tickles your throat, and you're like,
Right.
Yeah.
Don't have them anymore.
because you had like
you
hair
burn
going
them
down your
off.
esophagus.
You burn them off. That's what Joey thought. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching this week. If you want to support us, patreon.com/thepodcast is a great way to do it. We have town hall and virtual barn night. They're a blast. Also, join our barrel club. We got Jack Daniel's single barrel rye coming out in like the next month or so at oakandthieves.com. Check it out.
Getting really close.
And that's going to do it for this week on the podcast. We don't know Jack, but
We'll drink it,
we
baby.
will drink it, baby.